Getting home can often be a tricky task for Siddiq Ali. This was solid land a few days ago. But the landscape here, in this remote part of the Indian state of Assam, often changes. Siddiq says he's lived on the state's river islands his whole life. But soil erosion and rising tides have forced him to move within the area 14 times. Now, he and his family are faced with a new threat to their sense of home. A government list known as the National Registry of Citizens that will decide who's Indian and who's not. And though Siddiq is on the list, it splits his family right down the middle. 5 in, 5 out. And if it stays that way, half of his family, including his wife, will be considered illegal immigrants from Bangladesh.
I feel bad because my wife and children are excluded. They are my family members and we have been in this place for generations. My father was on the last list in 1951. We have all the documents. If someone says we're from somewhere else, it is painful. I feel bad about it.
More than 30 million people live in Assam, but around 4 million were left off the latest draft. Like Siddiq and his family, many are members of a Bengali Muslim minority. It's unclear what exactly will happen to those left off the final list, but among the possibilities are detention or deportation. Siddiq says he'll do everything in his power to ensure his family is not split up. And though he can't read or write, he knows these documents are all he has to prove their links to India. But life on Assam's river islands can be isolating. There are no government or social services nearby, so Siddiq travels to the mainland in search of answers and help to fight for his family. Here he visits an NGO assisting people not on the list. These activists want to give Siddiq and others hope, but they also believe authorities are intent on targeting the Bengali community. Comparisons have been made with the beginnings of the Rohingya crisis in Myanmar.
I feel that Bengali Muslims and Bengali Hindus of Assam are being targeted and excluded from the list. It seems there is an insider conspiracy. Nobody talks about it, but there certainly is one.
But Abhijit Sharma, one of the original petitioners for the registry to be updated, rejects the idea it is singling out minorities. He believes the issue is one of illegal immigration.
They are illegal, they entered the country illegally, and I don't think that there is anything about human rights, humanitarian for these illegal immigrants. For the genuine Indians, there may be some human rights, but for illegal immigrants, illegal migrants, what human rights? There is nothing about human rights.
But back on the river island, those left off the list feel life as they know it is at risk. They'll have a final chance to appeal, but aren't sure how and when it will come, with India's Supreme Court yet to decide on the process. For now, there's nothing they can do but wait and see where the shifting sands might take them next.